The New Jersey Devils entered the 2025-26 season with hopes that a year of health and better fortune than last year would lead them to finally taking the next step forward with this incredibly exciting young core to becoming a legitimate contender at the top of the Eastern Conference. Halfway through the season now, it's not only gone wrong, it's gone worse than anybody could have possibly imagined. So the question people are asking themselves is, what exactly has gone wrong for the New Jersey Devils? And the answer is honestly everything. This is a team that's fallen apart in every conceivable way, and it's not going to be an easy fix, but somebody is going to take the fall for it, and they kind of deserve it. But let's break down exactly what's gone wrong for the New Jersey Devils this year. First is that they have been insanely unlucky offensively. Despite the fact that the New Jersey Devils are respectable when it comes to expected goals for on the season, their actual goals for on the season is in the bottom 5, and their goals for above expected is dead last. And that's because they are the worst shooting team in the NHL, and I do not exaggerate those claims. They have the lowest shooting percentage of shots on goal. Despite the fact that they are 4th in the NHL in shots on goal for, when you break it down, they're actually incredibly loaded into those low danger shots. They are right in the middle of the pack when it comes to medium and high danger shots on goal for. This is a team that does not generate a lot of high quality chances, but even on those chances that they should be scoring on, opposing goalies are making incredibly great saves. Just take that game against the New York Islanders where they got drubbed 9-0. Ignoring the fact that Jacob Markstrom played absolutely terribly, Ilya Sorokin actually played incredibly well and had a goal saved above expected of 3 on the game. Now, that obviously wasn't the margin by which the Devils lost, but had Ilya Sorokin not played out of his mind, maybe momentum would have shifted a little bit back to New Jersey, and had Sheldon Keefe actually made the right decision and taken Markstrom out earlier, they could have had a fighting chance, but instead they ran into a hot goalie. Their own goalie imploded, and as a result, they got pounded. And that's the second thing that has gone wrong for the New Jersey Devils this year. Jacob Markstrom has been hot ass. Now, he was never really a high-end goaltender, and that's why I kind of questioned their decision to send a lot of assets to Calgary to acquire him and then extend him. But ever since that extension, Markstrom has been legitimately one of the worst goaltenders in the NHL when it comes to goals saved above expected per 60. And you really need a spark from your goaltender, especially when the rest of your team isn't playing well, which they are not. Look at how the New Jersey Devils stack up on Hockey Stat Card's average game score. Only Jack Hughes has an average game score that's close to 1, which is considered to be a very good game score. Ideally, on a competitive team, you would want multiple players with an average game score above 1 or even 1.5. I mean, hell, when you compare it to the division-leading Carolina Hurricanes, their best player, Jack Hughes, would be tied for 4th best on that team with Nikolai Ehlers. And their best defenseman, Dougie Hamilton, would be among their worst defensemen based on average game score, which brings me to the other major issue that's happened for the New Jersey Devils. Their defensive core has been horrible. Obviously, a lot of pressure and attention has been put on Luke Hughes and how bad he has been and how his development has stalled out. But it's not just him. There are no New Jersey Devils defensemen who are even average when it comes to their play this year. And Hamilton is literally the only defenseman on this team with a net rating from Hockey Stat Cards that is in the positive. Every other defenseman on the Devils is hurting the team more than they are helping them, and that brings me to who is ultimately going to be responsible for all of this. Both Tom Fitzgerald and Sheldon Keefe deserve a lot of blame for how this season has gone, but in my opinion, more of the blame falls on Keefe than Fitzgerald. This is a team that, with its talent on board, should be expected to be playing a lot better than it has been, and these players have performed better than they had been. But this year, they are just not in a position to succeed. It goes beyond just being unlucky, as I mentioned at the beginning. The fact that their entire defensive core is playing so poorly, the way that Sheldon Keefe completely mismanaged the goaltending situation, not just against the Islanders, but in other games as well, and the fact that there's just no spark coming from the forward core other than maybe Jack Hughes when he's not hurt, kind of signals to me that the Devils need to make a change behind the bench. And they might very well decide that if it keeps going, they should fire Tom Fitzgerald as well, as he didn't really make any moves this offseason that helped bolster and paper over some of the issues they had last year, and I completely understand that. But the truth is, in my opinion, this Devils team should be a lot better than they are right now. Firing Keefe has a chance to maybe stabilizing it this year, especially with how compacted the East is. Even doing that might not be enough to get the Devils out of hell.